Hello friends, welcome to my channel Sushant Chess Wise. Today we are going to continue with the yesterday's topic, line against the Petrov defense. So we are looking at the Gambit line. By the way, the Gambit is called Boden, Kieseritzky, Morphy Gambit, such a big name. So let's get started quickly. So I have explained already why white has given up the pawn in looking at this position where all the natural moves fail. Yesterday we looked at all the natural moves. Today now we are going to look at the only move for black which gives him a chance to hold the pawn, and also it's the only way to survive. So black has to play the move f6. The f6 move looks very ugly, and in fact it looks like there is a combination for white. Knight e5, fe5, queen h5 check. And after g6 it looks as if after queen e5 check white will get the rook, but at the end after the moves knight e5, fe5, queen h5, g6, queen e5 gives nothing after the move queen e7, and the white queen is pinned, the queens have to be traded off, and so this will be losing for white. Okay. But after the move f6 this diagonal has become weak and white immediately starts with the move knight h4. He simply moves the knight without sacrificing it, and the threat is queen h5. So any natural move again like knight c6 loses on the spot. There comes queen h5 check. If king comes out on e7, then knight f5 checkmate. See, white wins on the spot. And the other move g6 allows knight g6, hg, queen h8 winning for white. White can also try the move qg6, ke7, queen f7 check, kd6, and good move bishop e3, stopping the king from going to c5, and the threat is long castle check, which also should be winning for white. We can choose between any, either queen h8 or this line. Okay, let's look at the only move for black again. So after nh4 the only move is g6. Black has to stop the queen h5 check. Now queen g4 will be blunder if he wants to try g6. To queen g4 black will have d5. Bishop attacks the queen and pawn attacks the bishop. So now white tries to target the g6 pawn. So he goes for the move f4. Okay, f4 is another strong move. Now practically if we look at the position, if anyone is new to this position as black, then it's very difficult to play the black side because black is totally undeveloped and white is trying to develop all his pieces quickly. Soon he will have castle, move the bishop, queen can go to g4 or h5. By the way, here there is a serious threat f5. Now the move knight c6 or bishop c5 immediately fails to f5. We see that now black cannot play rook g8 to protect the pawn because of the bishop, and if he moves the pawn to g5 then queen h5 wins on the spot. Okay, and the threat is fg, hg, knight g6, where this rook is again having problem finding a good place. Okay, so the position will become winning for white after any natural move here. Again black has to find the only move, which is queen e7. So this gambit can be played really at the beginner level also and very good for intermediate players. I think comfortably it can be played around 16 to 1800 level opponent as well. Okay, now white plays the move. Now firstly black stopped castle with the move qe7. Castle, then queen c5 check, and the bishop would be lost. So white continues with the idea f5, stops ef check, and he again threatens the g6 pawn. Again g5 loses to queen h5 check, king moves, then knight g6. Doing a fork, pawn takes knight, then the rook will be taken. So only move qg7, white takes fg6, hg6, making the g6 pawn weak, and immediately attacks with the move qg4. Now there is no d5 because queen into c8 will be winning for white. So now he has to defend the g6 pawn. First small threat can be qg6, knight g6 when the rook has problems finding place. So it has to go to some h7 square, and after which white can just develop be3 long castle, and the h pawn is a fast pawn for white. It will give a very good position. Also we can consider the move knight g6 here if black does nothing about it. So now black sets a trap. Now first idea, Again, only difficult move for black to find is kd8 here. After the most natural move g5, knight comes to f5, queen is attacked, queen moves to h7, and now see bd3 good move. After bd3 the queen has to go somewhere because white is threatening knight d6. Okay, doing a discovered attack, and then knight d6 is checked and the queen would be lost. Even if it is not a check, c8 bishop would be taken. So something like qg8 is forced, to which white can play castle, or white can also plan be3 and long castle. But while doing long castle, we have to be careful about the a2 pawn. I think short castle and making d6 f6 weak is a very good idea here. Okay, let's go back to the position. Here black plays the only move kd8. Okay, the king now supports the bishop and threatens to go d5. After d5, bishop is attacked and the queen will also be attacked. Secondly, he stopped the threat on g6. Queen g6 just allows rook into h4. And after knight g6 here, black has the move d5. Okay, so basically black has stopped both the threats. So he has stopped the attack on g6 and he himself threatens d5. White just moves the queen away and now he wants to take knight into g6. So now it's almost forced. Rook cannot support from h6. Now can it support from g8? So almost forced to go g5. Knight f5. The problem with black is black's moves are almost forced and he is having to find many good moves to survive white's attack. So queen goes to h7. And now here this is a critical position where I am trying to show you a game by two strong players where white played the move castle. Most of the time the move castle is played, but the modern programs, computer programs suggest the move rook f1, after which bishop e3 and long castle is a very good plan. Okay, let's look at some analysis after castle. First we will look at the game here, which was played between two strong players here. Black opted for the move c6. This is a very common idea. Black wants to do c6 then d5, okay, and block this bishop's attack. Black is trying to use his strong center over here. Okay, so immediately white went bd3, moving the bishop away, and now the bishop, knight and the queen, they are in the same diagonal. So white wants to play nd6, which will give him a winning position. Black plays e4. Black plays d5, knight comes to d6, bishop attacks the queen, and black had thought of this move e4. Okay, e4 attacks the bishop, stops the attack on the queen. But we can see that now white's initiative is very strong. So let's count the development. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the bishop is already open. So white doesn't bother about his bishop on d3, immediately goes for the move rook f6. Okay, threatening nf7 right now. And after the move ed3, even better than nf7 is the move bg5. Note how quickly the white pieces have joined the attack. And this position is almost winning for white. Let's look at few options for black. The main move is b7. Of course, he cannot allow rook f8 check or rook h6 check, winning the queen. So only move perhaps b7 to kc7. Black is under severe pressure after the move knight e8 or knight f7 or knight b5. If white wants to win instantly, he can do rook f7 check and take the queen. Okay, so b7 is forced. So after b7, knight f7 check, and now there are two variations. If king d7, then rook d6 check. Now if king goes to e8, then re1 wins on the spot. The bishop on e7 cannot be defended. Okay. There is also after k8 there is also bishop e7, which is winning. So bd6, qd6, king e8 forced, and qe7 mate. Let's go back to the previous position. After nf7, ke8, and then again white has rook e1, which wins on the spot. There are several threats. One of them is re7, ke7, rh6. Other threat is re7, ke7. Let's see after the move d2 or dc2. Okay. Rook into e7 check, ke7, qd6 check, forcing k e8 and queen d8 checkmates. Okay. Now we have just one more line for black. Here the only way for survival for black is the move d5. Okay. The problem with d5 is that most players will reject the move d5 because it looks as though after d5, bd5, bf5, bb7 the rook cannot be saved. So that is why this opening can be tried, I think, easily around 1600-1700 level. Let's see the main position. Even if black knows how to play, what happens? So d5, bd5, bishop into f5, bishop into b7. See, right now we see that white is fully pieced down, okay, but he has got some pawns and he is going to get some more pawns. So only way to save the rook is the move bishop e4. Now the bishop is attacked. Many players would go for bishop a8, rook f6, which is also decent. Okay, that can also be played. But the better move here is after bishop e4, queen e4, rook into f6. See, the square e1 is guarded, so there are no checks from the queen. Okay, if bishop c5 check is played, then the king is safe on h1. Okay, and after the move like nd7 here, instead of defending the rook, white has a very strong move bishop g5. Now if knight f6, bf6, then bishop into h8 and white will be winning. Okay, and so black can try the move bishop e7 here, or he can try the move king c8. To both there is re1. Okay, especially to kc8 there is re1, queen h7 and rook e6, and we can say that the white position is not at all worse. Okay. So black has to really play like a computer software to hold the game, I think, or even to win the game. See the material count here. White has got 4 and 2 6 pawns. Black has 3 pawns. So for the piece, there are already 3 pawns, and the king is not well placed. So this position can be easily played, and I think this is more than what we expect from an opening. Okay. So this is all about the line. I hope you are enjoying the channel. Do like, share and subscribe the channel. Thanks for your time.